Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, and today we'll be handling the segment to late night thoughts. This is like a really new segment that I'm trying to talk about, which we talk really deep dive into really deep thoughts that people are not ready to have a conversation about, right? Okay, so let's get started. Starting off strong, I actually like to talk about the way people compare ourselves, or the way we compare ourselves to other people. Comparison is a very common topic that most people kind of talk about, because it's very easy to compare yourself to other people. I actually have a question. Why do we compare ourselves a lot? Seriously. like I don't know. Have you ever just been perfectly happy, then you go on Instagram or TikTok or any social media page, and then all of a sudden you start questioning your whole life? 1 minute you're thinking, or I don't know, you're thinking and you're yeah, today wasn't really that bad. Today wasn't really that bad. I got up, I woke up, God woke me up today, I start went by your day. Then next minute you're wait, why are people starting to post their marks on social media? All of them are getting 90s, or why does the other person have way better skin than me? Or why are people my age way more talented and have better opportunities than me? And it's crazy to think that how fast comparison can steal, even hijack your happiness, hijack your joy. You could be having a really good day, but then comparison just steals it away from you. Now, in English, there's a saying, a comparison is the thief of joy, and it couldn't be more than the truth. Because comparison is I think comparison is close to envy. But I feel like envy, I feel like it's envy. You want that for yourself, but not in the most purest way possible. It's weird, but it kind of inflicts pain onto you. Okay, I would like to retract my statement where envy is close to comparison, because comparison is just looking at what the other person have and what you don't have, right? And then comparing them as if you guys are the same person, right? Okay, so the weird thing is that we don't even compare in a fair way. Guys, hear me out, name. We compare our worst days, terrible to someone's best moments. We compare them, it's not even a fair comparison. You're not taking this person's worst day and this person's worst day. You're taking their best day and your worst day. How do you compare? How do you even compare that? We're comparing the behind the scenes to their highlights. We're literally it's you're recording a video on Instagram and you're basically just recording the backstage where there's rope and broken planks and all that stuff, and you're comparing it to a live stage, a stage, not even the backstage, the stage. You're comparing it to that. Obviously the comparison is gonna be huge and you're gonna feel bad and you're gonna feel guilty, but the comparison is not fair, because you're just comparing something that how do you compare yourself to something that's completely out of what am I even saying? You shouldn't be comparing yourself to something it's not even comparable to what you're trying to compare to. You get? So okay, it's like watching a trailer for a movie, and then the whole story, Like, you think you know the whole story by watching the trailer, but you don't. For all you know, there's like a big plot twist that they decided not to show you um in that trailer. And that's the thing, is none of us know what's in the what's like the full story of the movie until we actually watch the movie. Like, we actually get to know the ins and outs, right, of the whole. Like, none of us like know what's behind the scenes of someone else's lives. Like, it's kind of like, I kind of wonder, or like think sometimes of like how many people we secretly wish we could be. Like, subconsciously we just think about like the people that we could be, which, or wish we could be. Like, if you were given the chance to be that person, without a second thought you would be that person. And it's kind of crazy to think about. Like, we're looking at like a fence, thinking that there's greener grass on the other side. No, let's say that'd be like, the grass is greener on the other side. Sometimes it's not. Meanwhile, the person on the other side is probably thinking the exact same thing. Like, do you understand? Like, okay, let's say you have a friend, me. Okay, you have a friend, and then you and that friend, me, you kind of, okay, yeah, you're really good friends, and you go out and stuff like that. Now, your friend enjoys robotics and goes to robotics competitions, while you, right, are in modeling, let's just say, right? So you get modeling competitions, blah, 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 blah. And then she or he or they, let me just say they go out and just do robotics competitions, win prizes, all that, right? And then what if that your robotics friend secretly wishes they had your life? Thinking that your life is easier. Because on his or her end, I don't know why I keep forgetting to say they. On his or her end, they could think that your life is much easier, while you are like, ugh, man, I wish I could do robotics. It seems so easy. Like, modeling has so much training and all of this. Like, this can be the same on both sides. Like, you two, you both, being good, very good friends, could secretly want each other's lives, thinking that the other person's life is easier than the other. Because now what you're doing is that you're not making a fair comparison. You're not making a fair comparison. You are good at modeling. They are good at robotics. How do you compare two different professions? You two are two, like, I feel like that thing that we forget, that we are individuals. We forget that we have our own life. Like, we are individuals. We don't, how can I say this? We don't have the same capabilities, and we do not have the same talents. We are made differently, and we are made in our complexity. I know I said I'm not gonna show up any fancy words, but here I am with fancy words. Our complexity, in our utmost complexity. We are so complex in our uniqueness, it's insane. It should be studied. It should be embraced. Like, it's so crazy to think that people compare themselves to people without looking at themselves like, you know what? I'm actually really good at what I do, and I should be proud of myself because of that. You know? I'm actually really proud of how I look. I'm really confident in how I look. You know, you should love who you are, your truest self. Because it's hard to do that now, because like social media is making it like, it's making it such a big struggle. Social media is making it such a big struggle to even love yourself completely, to even know who you are, because you are building your personality on what society says you should be. And it's crazy, honestly. In my opinion, it's absolutely insane, because I feel like we shouldn't have to experience that. We weren't made to experience that. Like, it's so easy for people to forget that people just post exciting moments, but nobody really posts themselves crying over homework, or nobody really posts like themselves like 100 times that because they failed. and they never succeeded. Like, you won't see people post that, right? Like, they don't post the insecurities that they have. And like, honestly, I probably wouldn't either. Actually, I don't. Not even I don't, right? Although I do sometimes get like kind of vulnerable, and I do kind of post. Well, it's a rare occasion, okay? Don't throw stones at me. Don't throw stones at me. Yeah, it's just like that. And I've noticed something about like comparison, is that it never really ends. There's never really an end to comparison, because you're constantly comparing ourselves. Like, if when you were younger, when you had like toys, you'd probably like compare your toys to other kids' toys. You know, the other one has Legos. Like, you have like, I don't know, those like really, really small Legos that were kind of cheap at the time, but now they're expensive for no reason. Oh well, economy. they're kind of like, yeah, they were small, right? So then the neighbor's kid had these big sets of Legos, you know, got the real expensive runs, right? And then now you're out here saying, why aren't my toys like this, and I want their toys, and you go to crying to your parents saying that you want that toy, you know. You start comparing it. Like, comparison has been there. Like, I feel like even before you knew that comparison existed, you already knew that you were comparing your grades to your friend's grades, comparing your clothes, comparing your body, comparing the things that you achieve, comparing your money, comparing even your relationships and friendships. We are constantly like comparing. It's like a never-ending thing, which is crazy, by the way. Insane. And okay, I'm a quote from the Bible, right? In Galatians yeah, it's in Galatians, okay? I think it's chapter 6. I don't know. Probably chapter 5 or chapter 6, but you should look for yourself, because, you know, it says that you should look into truth to find if it's truly true. Because if you just listen to me, I could be leading you astray. So like in Galatians, it says that each one should test their own actions. Like, test them. Then what? I feel like I should just pull up my Bible at this point. I low-key feel like I should just pull up my Bible. Oh no. They can take pride in themselves alone without comparing themselves to anyone else. So you can test your actions again, and then you can you can be proud of yourself alone, singular, without having to compare yourself to anyone else. You can just be proud of yourself without having to think about anybody else. And I love that. I love that. I love that the Bible included that. I love that God included that in his book. Because, not because like it says like be better than everyone. It's just saying more like your journey is your own. This is your own journey. And you should be able to, you know, express it how you want to express it. Like, enjoy it how you want to enjoy it. Biblically. I had to say it. Be like, biblically express yourself. Biblically act according to the book, please. Because God never makes mistakes, and God never makes copies. He didn't just copy and paste you and then they say you have a doppelganger. You are one of a kind. There's only one of you, and you should embrace that. You know, you should like, he made people in their complexity, and he made you, and he made everyone, and with their own different purposes. Because you obviously, he can't just give you a life and not give you some type of goal to achieve or some type of purpose you have to follow, you know. So Okay, I want to like make kind of like an example. Okay, imagine if we no imagine if every single flower in a garden, right, in like a garden, tried to become a sunflower, right? We'd lose roses, beautiful roses. We'll no longer have lilies and daisies. Like, the garden will just actually become less beautiful and less unique, and less of a garden and more of just a farm of sunflowers. You know, it would just be like nothing but, it wouldn't even, I feel like it will be a beautiful sight to see under the right conditions, but because everything God creates is literally beautiful. But in that sense of, we're just losing the uniqueness of that garden. What makes it so unique? What makes it so beautiful? It's how there's different varieties of flowers. And that's true with us too. Because like, maybe the world doesn't really need another version of someone else. It just needs one of you. And that can only be you. And hey, I'm not saying like comparison like disappear overnight, because obviously I also compare myself on certain occasions. Compare probably my grades. I think I've experienced a lot with comparing my grades to my friends' grades. But after slowly having to talk to myself, I think I'm seeing a little bit of improvement, and I'm happy with it, because it's my improvement, right? I'm not worried about anybody else's. It's mine, right? Because it's my future, right? And it's something that I'm trying to teach myself every day. So that's just how my journey is going. That's just how life is. That's how the journey of life is. You know, because I still catch myself doing it, right? But sometimes I have to stop and like ask myself, am I inspired by this person, or am I letting them make me feel like I'm not enough? Just sit there and just be like, I just sit there. I literally just sit there. Do I adore this person? And am I proud for them? Or am I just making myself feel less? And it's crazy because you can never make yourself feel less. It's just the truth. Like, it's just the truth. You are enough. Right? Because there's a difference between what you say can push you forward and make you stuck. So maybe this week, as it's going, and maybe weeks after that, instead of comparing yourself, we celebrate someone else, and you celebrate yourself too, because you got like it's not like you've got everything figured out. I don't have anything figured out. I was actually very anxious. I was talking to a friend of mine about how I'm not even sure what I'm going to do when I get to varsity, right? I'm not even sure what I'm going to study anymore. I used to have a drive. I used to have a driving force, but now it's just slowly deteriorating, and I don't know what to do. So I'm just trying to figure my way out, you know. As much as I feel like I'm drowning, there's always God there who's gonna save me, you know, who's always there to lend a hand. Only if I'm willing, obviously. He won't just reach his hand, and if I'm not willing to take it. So you're growing. We're all growing. You're growing. You're hearing it from me. You're growing. Slowly, maybe, but surely, one day at a time. You're gonna get there. We all gonna get there. And if nobody has told you, I'm very proud of you, and God is very proud of you too. So just keep pushing, and yeah. Anyway, those are my late night thoughts. I would like to know in the comments, like, what's one thing that you've been comparing yourself to lately, or maybe just admitting that it's step forward is to start letting go and let God. So thank you for spending a little part of your night with me, and take care of yourselves. Bye.